Ready with me while I tell y'all all the makeup products I use, plus we're doing a college ex-boyfriend story time, because why not? So story time on how this man borrowed my credit card, maxed it out, lied to me about it, and never told me, never paid the money back either. First product is primer. It's called e.l.f. Velvet Finish Face Primer. This helps with all my pores and stuff. Okay, so this man gets into a car accident, right? And I remember it like it was yesterday. I'm on my way to class, and I was on the bus because the university had a busing system to take us to and from campus so that we could get to class. So I'm on the bus, and this man calls me, and he's like, hey, I just got into a car accident, so I'm going to have to get a rental car. Product number 2, e.l.f. Halo Glow in the shade medium. Yeah, it just says medium. Okay, so he calls me and he's like, hey, I got into a car accident. They have to fix my car, so I'm gonna need a rental car. And I'm like, okay. So he goes to the rental car dealership and he's like, hey, calls me again and he's like, hey, so they need to have a credit card on file for incidentals and stuff when it comes to getting a rental car. So this man, being older than me, he did not have a credit card because he had horrifying credit. Oh my God, shocker. So he calls me and he's like, hey, I need to put your credit card down on file for the incidentals, but once I give the car back, all the money's gonna go back onto your account. Next product is e.l.f. Y'all, this is not sponsored by e.l.f. I just use a lot of e.l.f. products because I don't believe that expensive makeup makes you look prettier. I just don't believe in that. This one is in the shade Light Sand. This is what I use for under my eyes. He's like, hey, can I come and pick up your credit card because I need to put it down with the rental car company. And of course, like I said, Captain Fix-a-Ho over here. I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem. I didn't see anything wrong with it because he literally was just putting it down for incidentals and then the money was gonna go back on the card. I have class, so I end up not being able to take him the card because I have class and I was really good in school. I didn't miss class. So he ends up Ubering to me and getting the card, taking it back. I get the notification that the rental car place swiped my card, and then he had the rental car. I literally didn't think anything of it, you guys, until a week later. Contour e.l.f. again in the shade Chestnut. I use this for concealer. I mean, not concealer. I use this for contour. So a week goes by, you guys, and he still has my credit card. Now, I don't know why, just the trust that I had in this man was undeniable, but I just was like, whatever, he's my boyfriend, I don't care if he has the credit card, I'll get it back when I get it back. I had so much going on. Like I said, I worked multiple jobs. I was taking 19 credit hours because I wanted to graduate early. I just had a lot going on. So he had the card and I was just like, whatever, I'll get it back when I get it back. Yeah, no. So I want to say back then my credit limit wasn't that high because I was so young. So I knew that they were going to run my card for $300, but then when he returned the car, I was going to get all that money back because that's just if you happen to crash and burn and then we take all your money. I want to say it was a $300 charge. So a week goes by. I'm on the bus again, going back to class again. I get a notification to my email stating, you need to check your credit card balance because your card's been maxed out. Next, for all-around coverage, Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 235. So I get an email that my card's been maxed out. So I go to the app, my credit card app or whatever. I'm like, there must be a mistake because I haven't used the card because I don't have the card. Oh no. This man completely maxed out my credit card. Granted, I want to say at the time it was maybe $3,000. But for someone who's in college who worked really hard for their money, $3,000 at the time to me back then was a lot of money. For bronzer, we have L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation in the shade 365 Copper. Ooh, I forgot this broke on the way home from the Dominican. Okay, so like a little dummy, I don't know if he just didn't know, but I literally can see the charges. So I go on my app and I'm going through everything that he had bought, you guys. I could see everything, okay? He paid his phone bill, okay? He had bought some food from some restaurant. I'm sure he took a girl on a date and paid for it with my credit card. That's just my wild guess. He also put gas in his car multiple times. And I'm like, where are you driving where you have to put $40 in your gas tank every 3 days? He was buying coffee at Starbucks. I literally could see every single charge on there. So I'm like, what blows me is that like you cheat on me by doing two things, using your phone and driving over to girls' houses. Then he decided to use my credit card to pay for the two things that he cheated on me with, which was his phone bill and then paying for gas. So I'm fuming. I'm seeing red, you guys, like red. So I call my credit card company and I file for fraud. And they're like, do you know who did it? Now, I don't know why I never wanted to send this man to jail. I just like had a soft spot for him. So I told the credit card company, I was like, I'm not sure. Blush NARS in the shade Orgasm X. It's almost out, so I need to get a new one. So I tell the credit card company, I'm like, hey, I don't know who did it, but I can see from my charges that they paid their phone bill. So I'm sure if you do some digging, you'll be able to find out who did it based off of the phone bill. Eyebrow lift and pencil are e.l.f. and it's just the e.l.f. brow lift. So anyway, long story short, they give me all my money back by the grace of God, and I basically call him and I'm like, are you so for real right now? Like you took my credit card and you maxed it out. And then his whole response was, well, I needed those things. I don't care. You need to ask for permission. He acted like I didn't give him anything when I gave him literally everything. And I was like, all you had to do was ask and I would have paid for it. Like I always did, like a dummy, like a clown. So he is like, okay, well, I'll give you your credit card back. I said, don't even bother. I said, I called, I filed for fraud. The card no longer works. So he ended up just throwing the card away. And I was like, I'm getting a new card and you will never see this card. And then I really don't know. So for a while, I didn't know like if he got caught or not. I also add this blush. It's kind of like a Road knockoff. It's Lake Rain in the shade number 1 soft pink. You can find this in the link in my my TikTok shop. I got it on TikTok shop and it's like a Road blush knockoff. I really like that. Setting powder in Huda Beauty in the shade Cupcake. It's got like a little pink tint. So I didn't know for like a year if he had gotten caught up like with that. I have no idea. I didn't care. I didn't ask. And like a year later, you guys, he literally called me and he wanted to send me some money for something or have me send money to him, I'm sure. And he said something about like not sending it to his Chase account. And I was like, why? And he was like, because remember when you said that I like did fraud on your account? Because you did. They found his phone bill and they put the money, like the $3,000 charge on his account, and they flagged him for fraud. So they dropped him as a customer and didn't allow him to bank with Chase anymore. He's telling me this story and I am dying laughing and he's over here like, what's so funny? And I'm like, bro, you can't bank with Chase anymore because you have too many fraud charges on your account that you have been flagged as a frequent flyer, horrible customer, so you cannot bank with them anymore. Is hilarious to me. Lip combo super quick. It's NYX in the shade Magic Maker and then Buxom in the shade White Russian. This is my lip combo. I'm pretty much out. I gotta go get a new one. And then for setting spray, obviously the OS setting spray Until Dawn. This will keep your makeup for 5 ever. So yeah, that's the story about how my ex-boyfriend from college stole my credit card, maxed it out. And yeah, more stories to come, but that is the look. That's all the products. I do the same makeup every single day, so.